Hello YouTubers, my name is Simple Harrison Mkiza and welcome to my YouTube channel. Listen, if you are new here, please do the right thing. Please go like, subscribe and comment on the comment section below. And obviously go watch the other videos so that you can see what type of channel this is. But if you're like a regular and you have been waiting for new content, this is it. You're the real MVP. So let's jump right into it. I obviously have not been giving you guys content for the last 3 weeks because I was on a little hiatus. I just wanted to discover myself and obviously find myself as a YouTuber. And I'm not saying that I found myself as a YouTuber, but I just have an interesting, another angle, sort of another layer to the whole YouTube thing. So I definitely hope that you guys will enjoy this content and that, you know, we will still be friends. Thank you so much for subscribing. Like, you guys are the real MVP. So today what I want to talk about is I want to take you guys through my journey as an auditioner, right? Like, if you guys have sort of been watching me on TV, or if you guys have been listening to me when I get the chance to be on air, I'm always telling people that I am a professional auditioner and I am always auditioning for things. So today I want us to chat around my auditions and the rejection. That's basically what this whole video is about. It is inspired by Mpumi Mlambo. I also watched her video where she was talking about her presenter search journey and she was speaking about the rejection. So I also feel like as a creative that is always auditioning, I'm constantly being rejected, and I want to share my feelings. I want to bear it all. I'm not gonna cry, but I'll just bear it all. So let's actually, the first thing that I ever auditioned for that was a television show was SA's Got Talent, and no, it didn't work out well. I walked into that audition room and I sang a gospel song as you would have it, and they said they'd call me back, and they didn't call me back, and I knew that they had rejected me because they obviously didn't call me back and the show was playing on television and but I think the following year I then auditioned for South African Idols. I think when I was 16, it was at Moses Mabhida. I remember waking up in the morning. In fact, I remember practicing. Did I even practice? No, I didn't practice. I remember just waking up in the morning and just like, I had known, I think on Wednesday, that oh yeah, I was I was rehearsing. I remember rehearsing so much after doing my homework because I think I was in grade 10. So after I did like my homework, I used to practice. I did that for a week, and needless to say, I went there and didn't even get a call back. What Idols does is that Idols does prelims, if you know anything about Idols. The next one was Mzansi Insider. This was I've forgotten. I think it was 2 years back. 3, yeah. Audition from Mzansi Insider. It was a Saturday morning. I remember it was September, and I walked into the audition room. It wasn't a room. We were standing in the SABC lines. I think that's where Mini was also discovered. Umini Dlamini. At the SABC studios here in KZN, and I stood in that line. I did my audition, and luckily it was for some beautiful lady. I've forgotten what her name was. She liked me. She put me through to the next round, and I got to see the judges. I think the judges were Selby and I think Lerato Khanyako as well, and somebody else. But anyway, I walk in there, I do my audition, and it was fantastic. Wow. They said we were done for day 1. They're gonna hit us up for day 2. Got a call back. There was 15 of us. Incredible. We auditioned again. More challenges. They give you a script. You know how presenting auditions work. Incredible. We're there. We're moving. We're doing it. And then we were shortlisted to be in the top 6. Finally, I got into the top 6 from Mzansi Insider. And yeah, I was very excited about that, so after we got into the top 6, then they said they would go back to Joburg and they would air the thing on TV, and after airing the thing on TV, they would then call us back to tell us who had sort of made it as the top one in KZN to obviously compete in the nationals. Needless to say, I did not get that gig either. I was rejected. They sent me an email telling me thank you for my time. Next audition was the MTV Base VJ Search. Wow, what a beautiful experience. With the MTV Base VJ Search, we stood in a line and you delivered your link, and after delivering your link, they obviously took you to the next room, and you know they have those audition papers and they tell you next person. They have a list of the people that made it, and they tell you number so and so, number so and so, number so and so. You through to the next round. Everybody else, thank you for your time. Luckily, the first time I did MTV Base, man, I made it past this first round. Then I went again. Made it past the first round. Then went to the next set of judges. I think I went to through 3 rounds that day, and I got a call back. I came back into the MTV Base, sort of the callbacks the next day, and I made it into the top 25. I had been in the top 25, that's what it meant. I remember they had like a party thing at night. It was at Artisan, Kamashu, and they announced our names on stage. We were, representing Durban. We were the top 25, and it was epic, it was nice. The next day was a Sunday. That's when the callbacks were happening. Wow. Got there, I did everything. I did everything. I delivered my links and they just sort of loved it. But obviously, again, as you'd know, they rejected me and I didn't get the job. And I remember them saying to me that from the top 25 to the top 10, and then it was over. I did MTV Base again because, as much as they said, Uti, my brand was not in line with their brand. I thought, Yazin, let me do it again. This time, let me bring a different type of energy. Let me change myself. Let me be more of a, let me try to be hip. Let me try to be happening. Wow. Got there. There is, I think it's Thomas, Boy T, Kelly Kumalo. Obviously made it past the prelims. Then I got to see the real judges. What a moment. I walked into that audition room. I slayed my audition. Kelly Kumalo loved it. Boy T loved it. Thomas loved it. Man, it was so awesome. It was so epic. Everybody knew that I was getting a call back, and indeed I got a call back. Came back the next day, was slaying my links, and I got to the top 5. But that year they were only selecting 2 people to go to Johannesburg, and that year it was Asante and Lisa Mkhize. Those are the people that represented us there. Wow. It was so, got rejected there again. And obviously didn't get that gig. Then I did South African Idols. This was last year. When I entered Idols last year, I wanted just to get a golden ticket, simply because I think as human beings we're always seeking validation, and I just wanted my singing talent to be validated by the golden ticket. And I obviously got my first golden ticket from Idols, and I made it to Theatre Week. Okay, cool. So now at this point, I'm thinking, okay, South African Idols, I've gotten it, and sheesh. Got to Theatre Week, and it crunched me. Obviously didn't even survive day 1. I got kicked out of the competition day 1 of Theatre Week. And I entered Idols again, but I'm going to tell you about it. Again, I entered South African Idols, and I got a golden ticket. They did a background story on me. They did a background story on me. They gave me like exclusive interviews, which was really nice because I really just enjoy talking and just sort of speaking in front of the camera because I love the camera, hence YouTube channel. Wow, got to Theatre Week, slayed my first audition, slayed my second audition, got to the group stages, and I slayed that audition too. But they sort of sent me home. If you watch the show, you'll realize that I did everything the way that, I'm proud of what I did there. But obviously I think it wasn't enough, and they sent me back home. So when I entered Presenter Search on 3 last year, I had full acne. I don't know if you guys remember, but I shared a picture of this on my Twitter, and I think on most of my social media platforms, of how I looked last year. And also, like, if you go down my Instagram, you'll see I had like super pimples. As soon as I walked into the audition room, this very rude person, I can't remember who it was, but it was one of the prelim judges, said to me, "You look like a teenager that is going through the most." And you can imagine when somebody says that before you audition that you're gonna fuck your link up. Did I fuck it up? No, I didn't. I slayed that audition, but I think because my face was not TV ready, I had super pimples, I didn't get the gig. And I entered presenter search again this year. I was so excited about this year because what you had to do in order to qualify for a callback is that you had to put an Instagram, a 1-minute video on Instagram with the hashtag presenter search on 3, and they call you back for a callback if they like you, and then it's the Espresso audition. So if you get the gig, you get to be one of the 2 presenters that they're looking for Espresso. And I can't discuss much of that because obviously it hasn't aired on television, and I think I signed a non-disclosure, so I obviously can't. But like, I really just want to encourage you to watch that show because wow, man, Humunadi. Base. I auditioned for MTV Sugar and made it past the prelims, saw the real judges, but obviously didn't get the gig. Don't want to speak much about that. Then I remember also I auditioned for Uzalo. No, that also didn't work out. And there's like always other local shows that I am always auditioning for around Durban. And I've sort of trained with a couple of radio stations as well because I want to be on TV and on radio. And obviously that has not happened to me. So this is my long, extensive list of auditioning and my rejection. So now that you know how hard rejection has hit me, let's chat about how all of these things made me feel and how I dealt with the rejection and what I've actually learned and where I am now. A lot of people ask me, why do I keep auditioning? And it's simple. I keep auditioning for things because I'm really hungry for the opportunity to influence people on these big national platforms. Am I doing the best with what I have now? Yes, I am. I have a YouTube channel. I am live on Instagram every morning. I have a good social media presence, and I'm also always auditioning because I want to be in these platforms. I have a hunger for the entertainment space, and literally when I think about my life, there's nothing else that I think I want to do besides being in media. I want to do other things, but also I have to do media, and I have to be in the media space, and I have to influence people, and I have to make that positive change to the platforms that are already there. So that's what I'm about. How did I feel when I was rejected? You know, they always say that when you're rejected, you're not necessarily being rejected, you are being redirected. At that point, I couldn't tell that I was being redirected because I questioned myself, I questioned my talent, I questioned my abilities, you know, and then you begin to think, am I dreaming? Why am I not good enough? Who's going to take a chance on me? Because as I carried on auditioning, I realized that it was a matter of the brand. You know, there's a big thing about a brand, a brief. Who are they looking for? What type of person are they looking for? That plays a huge role into who gets the part. There's that thing also of just there's just a correct amount of energy and readiness and ease where everything just fits into the puzzle, where you walk into the audition room and somebody says, I like that guy, I'm going to give that guy a chance, and the person who makes the decisions is just on your side, and that is your gig. I've learned all of that. But when you're being rejected, it doesn't feel like that. I changed myself so many times. Particularly with the MTV one, I remember I started listening to like hip hop, beautiful genre of music, but obviously I kind of don't like it either. Well, not that I do, but like I don't. It's not me. Yeah, well, changed myself, but obviously that didn't work. But as I was being rejected, then I learned how to work on myself. Like right now, I am at a point where I know who I am as a creative. I know the type of content that I want to create. I know the type of brand that I am building, and I've had to have very hard conversations with myself to say, this is who I am, this is what I do, and if people don't like it, it's okay. It takes a while for people to catch on to things anyway. Yabo zincane izinto ezithi qala nje ukwenzeka, and people like it. People grow into things, and similarly, people are going to grow into my brand as it's already happening. People are loving who I am, and I'm sort of falling in love with myself a little bit more. Whatever I learned from the rejection, just be yourself. Just be yourself. That's you know, when people say be yourself, you think they're joking. Like, just be yourself. I've learned how to be myself in the craziest ways possible. Like all of the weird things about me, like the fact that I talk a lot, or the fact that I have a big broad voice, or the fact that I like to speak with my hands, or when I speak I move my eyebrows a lot. All of those weird little things about me, I am growing to love, and I'm growing to use them to the best of my ability. I'm maximizing my weirdness, because that is what makes me stand out. I've learned that you stand out from an audition if you are yourself, because nobody is the same as another person. I've also learned how to be easy on myself. I can't begin to tell you how hard it is to deal with being rejected by people, especially if you had prepared hard for the audition, especially if you had been shortlisted, because it hurts just as much as you wanted. So I wanted desperately. I am like desperate, you know what I mean? It's like I'm thirsty, it's like I'm hungry for it. And so when the rejection comes, the depression is deep. Like when I was rejected on Idols, I remember I drank for 2 weeks straight, every single day. Didn't shower, didn't touch any of my school books, didn't do anything else. I used to wake up in the morning and I would drink, 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 and I would drink myself away. I was drunk for 14 days straight. My bank account was dry. My friends were not impressed with me. My family, nobody was impressed with me. I was self-destructing. And then I prayed. Like, I did a lot of praying. Eventually I had to go back to work as well, so I went back to work, and I found my purpose through the kids that I teach, because at the end of the day I do have a job, and I started just being grateful for the things that I have. And yeah, so, and I worked on my craft. I'm working on my singing again. I'm working on, and I thought about my career as well, that sometimes you don't always have to audition. Sometimes you can just create your own things. Like, I want to be on television, so I have my own YouTube channel. That's the link. I'm using what I have to take me to where I want to go. Yeah, so that's how I dealt with the rejection, and that's what the rejection felt like. Where to from here is that I'll just carry on working on my craft. I have to carry on working on my craft. I have to carry on pursuing myself and learning about myself and auditioning, because that's what we do. We audition for things, and we don't give up on our dreams. Like, I'm just like at that point where I remember when I was auditioning for the Presenter Search on 3 amongst other people, a lot of people were saying, dude, we've seen you audition for so many things, you're so hungry, we're so inspired by you, and wow, dude, I mean, to be this hungry, to fall flat in front of South Africa and to get up and try again is a lot, because all of these TV shows that I've been in, the whole of South Africa has seen me flop. So yeah, man, I've taken some good L's. I've been like depressed, I've been sad, I've dragged myself away because of these auditions, but I keep hoping that one day, somewhere, somehow, somebody will see me and they'll appreciate my talent. And even if they don't, I'm investing in myself. Like, I bought myself YouTube equipment and I'm creating YouTube content, and a lot of people are collaborating with me, and a lot of people love me, so that's happy, you know, that makes me happy, because I'm creating my own happiness and I'm creating my own happy space, and I get to influence the world on the little platforms that I have. I'm using these little platforms, my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, my WhatsApp, to sort of do what I want to do and to touch people in the way that I want to touch people, because at the end of the day, it is just about touching people's lives and just inspiring people and inspiring myself. And on the platforms that I have, I'm currently doing that, and the feedback that I'm getting from people is incredible, because people's lives are being changed. People are looking onto me and seeing a good person, a good example, a friend, a joking partner. People are seeing a lot of things in me, and I'm enjoying that vibe. And I also sort of enjoy learning from people, because it's like now I'm an open person and everybody sort of comes to me. Not everybody, but most people, the people that do come to me, they come to me and we have so much fun, and I learn from so many people, and people are just like always sharing their stories as well with me, and I am influencing people's lives in the little ways and in the little platforms that I have. So that is that on that. I also want to hear some of your rejection stories. How do you deal with your rejection? How do you manage, finding your feet again after somebody rejects you? And if you have some incredible audition stories, I'd also love to hear them. But that's all I had for you for today. And tell me the type of content that you want me to get into as well. Bye-bye, actually.